Hey guys, Miller the MK here with a brand new Foch155 replay to show you. I'm also using Overwolf as my screen recording platform now, and I like the results better. Just please let me know in the comments if you do as well. It's substantially higher quality than some of my previous videos, which is nice because I wasn't able to get OBS to work with my system. It just isn't powerful enough. So anyway, why this 155 game? Was pretty simple, really. I've played almost 21,000 games, and I have never had a recorded 10,000 damage fight. Now, what do I mean by recorded? Well, it's pretty simple. Since World of Tanks implemented damage counters post-battle, I have never had a 10,000 damage game. I probably have never had one, but I wouldn't cling to that statement too much, simply because there may have been a time in the past that I had some monster game and I've forgotten. So this is it. This is what 10,000 damage looks like in the 155. I go middle, standard deployment there. I go there in pretty much all my tanks, especially the 155. Pull the trigger, get a nice pen on the 110. So looking right here, the E50M, I'm concerned is going to give me a little bit of a problem. And you guys know this as well if you work the middle. You don't want to get proxied there on this edge right here in front of me, because then you're probably going to get smashed by Artie. So I'm a little leery of that. Back off just a tad. And then I play the waiting game, seeing if anything's going to cross in front of me. Tree goes down, I decide, well, it's probably worth moving up, seeing what happens. And this poor 34 walks right in front of my 155. My M48 platoon mate misses, or bounces, and I get to two-shot him. So excellent start to the match. We're up 1-0, and I have 2,300 damage out. This is the quintessential perfect start for any 155 driver. Okay, so now I'm looking at the minimap going, East needs help. So I flex on over there to help out Duck and the other puppies. Alright, here we go. I've almost loaded, even with a 48-second reload, and I come around the corner, boom. I go ahead and take that 110 simply because I'm not convinced I'm going to pen the IS-7 front at an angle. And you see that guy's just outside of my hull lock, which is more than a little annoying. So I wait around a minute, see what I come up with. No shot. You just go ahead and redeploy. Once again, I go for the softer target. You should probably be doing this, guys, in your clip tanks. If you have the chance to for sure pen a target, go for it. Don't wait. Just do it. So now I'm on reload again. And I already have 4,000 damage out. And ironically, we're now down 2-1 with my 4K out in the first 3 minutes, give or take a few seconds. So what needs to happen here is for us to push through on the 8-9 and then return back to the middle so we can beat down the E50M and the T57 and possibly support west if need be. I've almost got the reload, and as soon as I think it's right now, I ask Duck to go ahead and push forward because I say we need to make the move, and he does. And this right here is pretty annoying in game. I go to line up and the T57 has totally blocked me. Totally. I just go ahead and take the shot at the IS-8, figuring I'm not going to need to aim at this range. Boom. Pick that guy up. And now there's an E50M behind me. But here's the thing. Rooster in that M48, he's got a pretty reasonable amount of HP. He can stall a little bit, which is what he tells us he's doing in comms. So I think, well, I really want to push through, and yet I don't think we have time to do it. So I go ahead and turn around here and give my E100 a friendly nudge forward. He hits a good shot on the E50M, and ironically gets absolutely horrible RNG, which could have cost us later, and you'll see how. So I've almost loaded, I'm something like 10 seconds out at this point, and getting really eager to start clipping into that T57. So I go ahead and once more ask Duck to push out. You can do this with a pub E100 as well. It's easier in platoon, but with any E100, the average E100 player in a pub, I should say, is the guy who's like, hey, I'm a boss, I'm tanking damage, I'm, a sumo warrior. So if you can ask them to push, they probably will. You can try that, and I suspect it'll work pretty well for you. Okay, so here's the 54 behind me. I can't kill it, but I do have one shot. We're in a really nasty situation. We're pinned back here. They're going to be pushing onto cap. So what ends up happening is I go ahead and push the 54. Boom. Whack him. Good deal. And our 57 is horrible. And he's proven it so far this game. He just doesn't have it. He goes down. And this is where it gets super, super sketch. Because I want Duck to come back with me. But I also realize, and here's the E50M, but I also realize that it's impossible for him to come back unless we want to keep getting flanked by the 54, etc. I go for the ram on the E50M. Solid. Really solid move. You guys should always be doing this near fast TDs if possible. Okay, so now what am I thinking? Well, I realize that that 54 is probably going to melt away from our E100, and he's going to come back to the middle. It's not something I'm really excited about, makes me a little nervous. So go ahead and drift towards the water line here, always looking to put as much distance between me and cover and camo between me and that 54. So something's on cap. I'm like, oh, that stinks. But I've got 3 shots. So I'm hoping to roll up and kill something. If I don't kill something immediately, they're going to have 2 guys on cap, and potentially I'll get stuck in reload, and they'll either cap it out, or the 54 will show up and I won't have any shells. So here we go. There's the KV-5. I take the shot. Good. When I realize that it's the E100 on cap, I'm like, oh, okay. I've got a little time to work with. And I put a nice one on the E100, figuring I've got one as a spare. Now the 54 moves to clinch, and our E100 has killed the T-32, which was a surprise to me, and now he's on his way back. So here's what we do. I move to pursue him, realize he's not actually going to come around, so I can't force the engagement. And at this point, all I'm interested in doing is backing off. I need to get outside proxy range, otherwise he's going to proxy me for the arty and I'm dead meat. I have all my kits left. This is excellent. There's the arty shell. Misses. He goes long. I don't know if that's RNG, bad aiming, or simply the way the game ended up working out. And here we go. Something else I find is, oh wait, I can't aim on both sides of the rock due to my hull angle. This means that I'm going to be aiming on the left side of the rock. That's because Duck is coming from the right. Now that I'm not proxied, it's much more likely this 54 will pop out the left side of the rock. So there's a rhyme and a reason to what I'm doing right now. Perfect. Duck picks up the 54. This is beautiful. Now we've got 20 seconds left. I would much rather have him reset cap here than me. The reason being is that the arty was already looking my way, the 100's looking my way, but we're running out of time, and he bounces. So I go ahead and take the shot, hit lower plate, and pen, which is gorgeous. I now have 96-98 damage. One of the highest damage totals I've ever had. And even better is that I don't know if Artie's already hit him yet, or if it will hit him here in just a second. Nope, it hasn't hit him yet. You'll see the Artie isn't even looking at me. I don't know why. It's just not. I get lucky there. Also, I stayed mobile, so I probably would have been okay. However, all things considered, really glad that Artie wasn't looking my way. And here we go. It's mop-up time. I've got 6 kills. He's got 4. There's an Artie left. And it's been a phenomenal match. Right here, their IS-7, when he says GG Red, I misunderstand him. I think he's saying, when I'm in game, that we are bad on XVM. So many guys run it these days. When they say GG Red, I'm thinking, oh, the team's getting slammed on, which is why I say check post-battle stats. Having watched the replay again, I realized he was probably actually just making reference to the whole red team, green team thing. And boom, there we go. Pick up the GW Tiger, and that's GG. All things considered, it was a great end to a good day, and I'm looking forward to playing more 155 games in the future. Miller the MK from worldoftankstutors.com, signing off.